Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. Something interesting has just happened in between episodes here. The city of Worcester has just reached the additional demands. We now have a 6-product demand in Worcester, which I find quite interesting, considering we've been trying to get New Haven to do this for quite a while, and it's never actually got there. So how it actually happened, I have no idea. Because if you look at this, obviously we're kind of meeting the food demand. We're not quite meeting the machines demand. We're meeting the fuel demand. We're practically meeting the goods demand. So we're meeting very similar to New Haven, meeting these demands. What I do find, New Haven has more public destinations, though I think Worcester has more destinations reachable by private transport. And maybe that's the tipping point for us, that those percentages have just gone up to a certain level. So I'm going to, it's paused while we quickly have a look at this. So if we take New Haven, see, actually, those are very similar, probably a little bit more destinations in terms of the public transport. Right, that's what this is, public transport, yes. And then, so the interesting thing is now the machines has dropped over here a little bit, but our food is up at a better percentage mark here. Overall, we've got a plus 270% target population, which obviously comes from a slightly lower base than Worcester. But even these are fully met. And you can see that overall there's a minus 50 over here, there's a minus 50 on this side, and we can obviously improve that a little bit in Worcester. So I don't quite get when this thing actually starts happening. But what I do kind of wonder is if we, I don't know, maybe put some more reachable destinations by private transport in play. I don't know. That's obviously working against what we're trying to do. But anyway, that's quite an interesting thing. So I was kind of wondering whether the game is not actually allowing it to happen, but it seems like it's just a very onerous requirement to actually get there. And I don't quite know which of these results in it. Access to potentially, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is for popping that additional demands there. But what I do know is the idea was to try and maximize New Haven, but maybe what we should be doing is maximizing Worcester while we're there. So I'll put this back onto half speed, and then we'll quickly have a look. And that's kind of what I would try to achieve at New Haven, is trying to meet all the demands. But let's switch that over to Worcester and see how that goes. So what do we need to get here ASAP? We need to get some construction materials here ASAP. And we should be able to do that from here without much problems. So I'm kind of tempted to maybe run a new train. This train setup here is obviously not great, but I'm kind of tempted to run a new train into here for those items. And we do have our very own tools being created right over here. So we should be able to meet that demand pretty quickly. So I think the most urgent item for us is to get construction materials over here, and we should have more. We should have sufficient place for that to go. So I think we have the ability to at least move a little bit over that way. Okay, and we've got some extra platform areas here. Though I do note that this doesn't actually get onto that line, and because we are running, so we may have to run it out of here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to keep it paused just for a second so we can hopefully not lose those additional demands. So let's run this line over here. We'll get it up to there. I'm going to delete these two signals. Please, just the signals. And then we will try and do this. Where would you actually... How can we actually get you to... Construction is not possible for what reason? We're not I'm assuming we're not getting the exact right angle there. Oh. That's not actually snapping. So that's the piece that actually wants to snap right there. Honestly, can we really not get it to work here? That's horrendous. How come? Can we get it to come out all the way back here then, maybe? Yeah, I don't quite get why it's being a pain here. Certainly we should be able to get a reasonable speed around here. I mean, all we want to try and do is this, right? So that works. On that side, it works quite well. And we're running something through there. And now what I'm trying to do is get it to tie in. Usually we need to kind of do this. Oh, there we go. Maybe I just wasn't going back far enough, which now should work. 116. Ah, I'm snapping. Seems interesting. It seems interesting. Let's pull this back a little bit and see if we can't get that to work. There we go. That's going to work over there. Perfect. So now we can get everybody on these lines. So let's quickly get our signaling strategy up and running. So something like that. And then what we'll do is we will sort out our signaling over here. And that should hopefully allow us to work. There, and there. There's some other signals in this area, and we can probably squeeze another round of signals right in the middle. And then, of course, when it's coming in here, I'm kind of tempted to run that one. I'm gonna, and I know you've got issues with that straight away. I'm gonna try and move that one back further away. Give me some tracks. So you'll go ahead and tie in over there. Do that. And at the same time, I'm probably having a look at this one and say managing the line. And that means that at the Worcester Annex, I would like you to go to... What's going on? Oh, Worcester Annex is on that side. Here, I would like you to go to number... Now, I haven't... I was having the wrong one here. I can never find which ones we're actually looking at. Number 3? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so what's going on? What else do we have parked at number 3 here? Okay, so potentially... Okay, you know what? Grab me another piece here. I want to configure it so that it's as effective as possible. So give me another... I don't think we need... Well, that's actually a through section through there. So how many do we have? So presumably, this should all work, right? Right, how many do we have? We've got 3 lines, we've got 3 platforms. So really, it shouldn't be a big deal. So if we go to construction materials, that one's going to go to that one. Then if we do this one, can we potentially run you... There's something that goes through here, isn't it? Yeah. So let's just grab you, say manage the line, take you to number 2 instead. I believe that should be all good here. So that should kind of work. And what I'll do on this side, now we want to add some additional pieces in here. So we'll just switch between these. Okay, so now like to do a bit of this. And okay, and now the question is, can we... So probably I will trim you back a little bit because I've actually tied into the wrong spot there. So if we go over there, I think that'll work. And now we should be able to get that to work. So now all of this should in fact do the trick. Let's get our signals. I believe it's just one of these signals that we want in here now. And now it should be quite achievable to run that additional train in there. Now I'm going to add an additional depot here. Let's spin it around. If we do it somewhere over here, we should be able to get it going in all directions. Maximize its usefulness. So it should be able to go there, and that should be able to be a double slip, I think. And similarly, be able to go there, and I believe that should be a double slip. And we'll be able to go here as a double slip, and we'll be able to go there as a double slip. So there, look at that. So that's a pretty reasonable setup, I think. I think these will all work as double slips. Yes, they will. So now we can go into all directions from that one. That's a pretty interesting little setup there, little spider. Okay, so I want to set up a new line straight away to make sure that we are, in fact, bringing construction materials in here. And now the question is directly from there or from here, in which case we can move things back and forth. We probably have trains that, oh, hang on. We probably have trains that run through here, able to do that, right? CS construction materials is coming in this way. That's fine. It's bringing construction materials. Then we have this cargo line coming through here. And what does it actually do here? Sorry, I should have done this instead of trying to add some additional stuff here. So what are we doing here? So at Colorado Springs West, on your way to Worcester, what are you allowing to do? So you're picking up machines, but what we could do is, oh, you can't actually move construction materials. Okay, so who is moving construction materials from here? I think it's this guy. And you're basically just running it back up to Dallas over there. Now the question is, do we do a loop? Nah, I don't think so. That is quite interesting. Oh, but construction materials are required over here. Okay, no, that's fine. Let's just run a new line, and we'll do some direct construction material pieces. So from here, I would like you to go to the second one, and you would be coming in over here, noting that we don't really have additional capacity unless we potentially add some additional capacity here. It's all going to 1 at the moment. Maybe we can pop you into number 2. So we've got two each here. We'll have to see if that's actually feasible. But what we would like you to do here, I would like you to load construction materials, and at Worcester, you will be unloading construction materials, and that'll be as simple as that for the time being. And if we don't make any money here, it's going to be okay. Worcester construction CM delivery. Let's just do something like that. It's not we've never really arrived at a proper naming convention, but it's working nonetheless. So let's put the train in place over here. So we would like to move. Actually, there's a very, very low demand here. So I think a very small and quick train is what I'm after. Probably electric, just so that we can reduce our impact here. This will... We have fast trains running through here. The question is, do we... Well, that is 160. So I think that's going to be fine. And then in terms of cargo wagons, we would like these stake cars. And I think about 3 of them should run exactly what we need. So let's buy one of them. Let's buy one of them and assign it to our Worcester CM delivery. Thank you. So we'll get that out of the way. Now, the question is, can we from here deliver everything we need? we have a local distribution. So where exactly would we like to see these goods going? So it's pretty central, so we won't be able to deliver it straight here. So I'm assuming we've got a local cargo line that can, in fact, take construction materials and we'll be able to drop it off where it needs to go. There we go. So let's see how that goes. So we'll have our new train popping out of this. I can add signals to all of this. Okay. Interesting. Things are, well, this was a fairly recent addition. Now the question is, do I can't actually squeeze it in here, can I? What we can do is add a bit of track here that we may be able to tie in. There we go. So maybe that that'll allow us to run through that way. I'm not sure. Is this dropping? Oh, crap. It's dropping in demands. I don't want this construction materials to be lost here. Why are you parked there like a crazy... Ooh, new buses. Ooh. Maybe. Well, this guy is not going to deliver anything here now, so I really needed to... So I think right there, if I turn it around now, we should be able to get it to double slip here. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice, so now it's going in the right direction. Yeah, this is obviously a bit of a busy mess here. And because we're running, we should be running passengers on the one side and the others on the other side. But this is like a direct train shooting through here now. Wow, interesting. Yeah, the train that doesn't stop shouldn't be running through here. That one doesn't have a stop there, right? Dallas, Fort Worth? Ooh, Dallas. Dallas, Fort Worth should not be running here. Yeah, I find it's cool that we've got the it's really cool that we've got the ability to do platform select, but that platform select is causing us grief. Excellent. So there we've got our very first piece moving here. Only 5 little pieces there. Somewhere we have a train that is stuck in front of another train, and again, it's probably because of the ability to select your station. Where are you trying to go? You're coming to Elizabeth, New Haven, Fort Worth, and if you look at this, and no, not the vehicles. If we look at the line, and we manage the line, what you see is at Elizabeth, it has to come here. But the other one, that one, this express train, okay, if we manage that line, you can see at Elizabeth, it's going wherever it wants. And really what we should be doing is saying, no, forget about it. You're just going to go into number 2 over there, and that'll be it. And so now we've got a bit of a bummer here, and I have no idea how we're going to get this thing to resolve itself. Could we could potentially get it onto that side there, but that'll be enormously difficult. So if we do this, can we get something like this to work? Oh, we can. There we go. So if we do that, we should hopefully see this train. Wow, look at that. Just get out of the way there. Okay, so hopefully we're not going to see a lot of use of that too often. Lancaster now accepts fuel. Good. So Lancaster is growing. Now, have we managed to deliver our first pieces here? No, we haven't, because there's a massive queue of trains trying to get in. Okay, this is horrible. Okay. What you guys have been complaining about this stuff for quite a while, so let's fix it. It's a very slow operation to run this through here. I thought it would be better, but it's a very slow operation. So what I need to do is we need to bypass these things. Okay, so let's do a few things. I'm just gonna park it right there. We should be able to fix it. So let's do a bit of a configuration over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete all of this stuff. Oh, not quite what I needed to delete right over there. There we go. So I believe that's what I'm going to try and achieve here. So we'll do that one as a first instance. We'll get passenger platforms. Okay, get out of there. It's still paused at the moment. It needs to be. Okay, so we'll leave it there. On this side, I'm going to go nuts and clear all of that out as well. Probably need to clear all of this out. Okay, so there we go. Back to configure. Now we'll pop in our platforms on this side. Okay. And now the question is, I think we do one more set of tracks because I think we used 3 platforms. Okay, so that's basically it, right? Now, we don't need to build it as part of this, right? So the idea is now here we'll do the bypass. I'll need to get rid of that, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's leave it at that. And what we will do here is we will just get ourselves that to tie in here. That's awesome. And I'll do a double slip over there. So now we can quite comfortably get in and out of this. I will remove these signals. The station will act as signals, and we'll put new signals in over here. Okay, so we'll do signal there and signal there. That should do the trick. Now, on this side, I now need to go around here. So let's go tracks here. Okay, there's 1. Two tracks over this way. And then from here, I would like to make our platforms on this side. Ooh, that's not going to work, is it? But this, yeah, so that platform there is going to be continuously problematic for us. So what we may do is we may put some new platforms on this side and have these trains go into that general direction. We need bypass facility somewhere. And I believe the bypass should be on that side. So we don't have to use that platform. We'll just leave it as is, and we'll put some additional stuff on this side over here. Is that about right? Is that what we should be doing? I think that'll kind of work. So this is bypass. So bypass running into bypass. So if we saying that, I don't mind that it's slow as long as it moves. But obviously what we can do is we can run bypass in this way, which is a little quicker actually. Okay, and this one, come on. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, there we go. So that should work. That should work. We can do this. We can do that and get a bit of a double slip going on there. But we don't have a way of feeding into these just yet. So let's forget about that just for a minute. Now let's do a configuration over here. I'm going to delete that. I'll probably have to put something like that back. And And then on the other side of this, I'll do, configure that again, and we'll place this in here. So if those are our primary platforms, we'll be able to access them, I think, from this side. Alternatively, we can do multiple platforms. Yeah, let's have a look how this is gonna work. So if we're saying we're doing this, that means you getting back out that way. Let's pause that again. So the ideal is we're doing this. That's going to run straight through there. Yeah, then we want, okay, I think that is okay. And we'll do that one on this side. And that will, but what it won't allow you to do is turn around. It won't allow the turn. Okay, so let's redo that one more time. So in order for us to make sure you can do the turnaround and get to the other side again, this, okay, let's do this. Something like that. And would this allow, that just won't work, would it? But that will work. Yeah, okay. So then this just needs to be a double slip. So then it's going to come in here and out that way. So we'll be slow, but maybe it's still going to be quicker, and the through trains will actually be running through here fairly effectively. And then the only other question I have is, do we use that one or this one? Actually, we can potentially use this one. And we can also use that one. If needs be. If needs be. But that's not really going to help us out in terms of what we're trying to achieve here. Well, let's leave that in so we don't cause any messes. So this guy will now be able to get into there. Right. And this guy will be from here, be able to go back out that way. Okay, so hopefully all of that kind of works. Now, what we do need to do is tie these things back in, and then I'm going to try and see if that's fairly reasonable. Okay, so what this was doing, well, this doesn't really, we don't really need that. So let's tie this one in over here. That's a reasonable request. And that one in over there. Hopefully this guy is going to get through to the other side. Let's see if that allows things to move a little quicker. That one's going to run through there, which hopefully the others will not be doing. Ooh, where is this guy going? It's trying to get towards the north. What I'm going to do is, okay. No. Now, how do I get it to go back towards the north? I want to run it just here. Can't actually get back in there, can it? But it could. Wow. Okay, hang on. Let's add something here. I need to actually check the check where they're actually going. Okay, now this train, I would very much like you to turn around. Can you not bypass the signal? You should be able to go through this signal, right? This isn't like a one-way signal. It's just predominantly going into that direction. See, it's not the signals issue. It's not the signals issue, but now we're completely stuck with it. And it's not ideal. So how are we going to get you? Trying to go to Colorado Springs, which is just over there, but you can't seem to get through here. Why not? Really? You can't find a path? Okay, hang on. If I put a little bit of this in here, you should be able to find yourself a path. Right? Okay, fine. Do it. Why do you not have a path now? Honestly? How come? You can't find a path? Okay, hang on. Let's just see. We're probably missing some stuff here. Okay, you should be able to get through there, to be honest. Now, let's just put some additional signals in here. Yeah, it's too convoluted. We needed to do a much better job at some proper stuff. There we go. It's moving. Interesting. Okay, stuff's starting to move. That's good. Let's have a quick look at this one. What's my lines looking like? Ooh. Okay, so this one, New Haven, Worcester, and Colorado Springs. No. Change the Colorado Springs or the Worcester North to number 2, please. Or number 3. Do not connect alternative stations? Of course you can. Of course you can. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't connect here? Why could you not connect there? Of course you can connect there. That's just crazy to think you can't do that. That's running straight through there. I've no idea why it's suggesting that that's an issue. All right? Does not make sense to me. Let's have a look. You're saying you've got an issue somewhere. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. This guy. Oh crap. Manage the line. So you at Worcester North needs to go to number 2 or something. And crap. Well, yeah, well, anyway. Let that run. Yeah, this is a nightmare. Now, at least we're starting to... oh, it's lost the demand. There we go. It's lost the demand. And an enormous piece here. It's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. This game. Obviously, it's my fault. It's not the game's fault. It's my fault. Oh, man. Trying to do the right thing and then you end up losing out quite big time on it. I think that is moving a little better now. Why is this guy running through here? Dallas, Fort Worth, Van. Where is it going? Vancouver, Fort Worth, Dallas. Dallas, Fort Worth. Dallas. Dallas is up there. This train is completely... okay, forget about it. Forget about what you see on this stuff. You just kind of do your thing. Go to the one that makes sense kind of thing is what I'm after here. That works. We could probably get some stuff here to make them move a little quicker. I don't know. That's pretty reasonable. Maybe this will come back. I don't know. But anyway, I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to... It's probably worth a redo of things. One thing that I might quickly have a look at is if I connect through maybe a freeway connection to somewhere, right? If we just come into Colorado Springs or into Fort Worth. How much people in Fort Worth? Oh, yeah, it's probably about the same kind of thing. We do actually provide access to Fort Worth. What we don't provide access to is Colorado Springs. So what I'll do is let's extend this road and see if we actually do go ahead. So this is kind of a freeway style thing. So let's do something like this. I want to quickly have a look at this. So if I provide a freeway connection in here, and I'll have to probably run through there. So let's quickly do that. Let's provide a bit of a freeway connection to New Haven. Oh, actually, that's a very small little road. Let's do that. Okay, and if I do, it doesn't actually want to snap to it. So if I do this direction over here, okay, let's tie this in. Okay, and what I'll think I should be doing is I'll tie this one over here. So this is going to be our freeway starting point. There we go. So that's a bit of a freeway connection between Colorado Springs and we'll get it to go. Now that one, I would like to actually lift it up or go underneath, but I think we'll probably lift it up because we'll go over everything. So let's do that. I think I'm just going to try and see if this will actually make a difference. We'll go with a bit of a viaduct style structure. We'll do that, and we'll cross over all of this stuff. Yeah, we're going to do it around there and tie in over there. Okay, so if we do that, similarly, I would like to do something like this. So it's doing exactly the same thing. Okay, so let's do that. And we'll do that. Then I need to turn that around, of course. Yeah, that's the issue. Okay, that's good. Now let's go down. Ooh. No. Now you... What is that? Why is it trying to do this? That's quite interesting. Come on. I just want you to not go up, right? Don't go up. That's horrendous. Come on, try that one more time. This episode might be a little longer. Yeah, there it is. I think it's fixed now. Good. This episode might be a little bit longer, but I think this is going to be the last one, to be honest. And we'll go ahead and tunnel through there, tie it in on that side. Similarly, we'll tunnel back this way. Something like this, and tunnel No, don't do that. Okay, that's interesting. And we'll tie it into there. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that too much. All I need to do is flip these around. Yeah, there we go. Can quite comfortably flip that around. There we go. So now that should work as a bit of a freeway. Now let's go back to just finishing this thing off. Now we've got this piece of road through here, which will probably be sufficient for our purposes. So let's try and upgrade it. Can we? We can certainly do a little bit of this. Oh, that doesn't actually want to upgrade. And through here, it doesn't want to upgrade. So maybe what we do is we try and tie it in on this side. No. Streets is what we're after. And we're after... well, actually, we'll do the one on this side. And the other one we'll take out here. There we go. So now, that should be a new connection. Okay. These guys are running in there. So if I go in here, did that go up substantially or not? Not really. Not at all. Not at all. Are we seeing anybody making those strips potentially? Well, we probably wouldn't see any cars on it yet. Give you your accessibility to Colorado Springs via a bit of a freeway connection. Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. Got someone making a journey. Stephen Evans is dashing out to Colorado Springs with our brand new freeway infrastructure, cutting across multiple things. Ooh, new vehicles available. That's just 160 on that one, though. So actually he is able to come into Colorado Springs. Probably other pieces will have connections. I just want to see, did Worcester come back with demands? Not at all. Why? Ooh, there's definitely something massively wrong with one of our lines. Ooh, and we've got a double header problem here. Well, not a double header. Someone's getting stuck with that. Why? Why? Ooh, why would you be on... No. Why would you be... you're trying to head to Corpus Christi and you're on the wrong side. Okay, so I kind of get what that issue is. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so that should fix that problem. Wow, that's interesting. This guy still has massive issues, not able to get to where it wants to go, and it's running crazy loops that way. I don't know why that is the case. If we manage this line again. Oh, stop doing that, please. Honestly, stop doing that. Now it'll be fixed. Oh, can you believe it? That piece of work is really causing me big issues. So anyway, hopefully that'll fix itself. This thing is completely bogged down now. Obviously, we're losing demands all over the show, but what I'm interested in is seeing whether this thing is going to go up. There's like 5. Oh, there's a little bit of movement there. A little bit of movement. Not sure that's causing us any kind of... Yeah, slowly it's starting to move. So I'm not sure that's the one. I've also seen that the capacity of this is not kind of holding up. But anyway, I think we've learned a lot of things in this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end this series here, make room for something else, and probably talk just a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so about some of the key mistakes that was made in this playthrough and what we'll aim at doing better in the next one. So some of the mistakes, I think, some of the key mistakes made was trying to combine. I think this was the biggest mistake, was trying to combine the stations. I literally tried to combine the stations in almost all of them. And then what I did is I tried to split them into stations on a same line. We should definitely be doing bypass tracks with stops at stations. I think that's something that I've learned in some of my other games that I play some of these things with. And what we should be doing is doing a bypass like this like we've got here in Vancouver, and then some form of looping into this to make use of these stations. What we've done in Corpus Christi potentially would also sort that out, where kind of this is the end of a line kind of thing, so you've got quite a bit of distance between the two of them. Something like that would work a little bit better. The other thing that I did not put a lot of effort into at the start is I did not manage the delivery. So if I go over here, if we pick any one of these lines, so we're moving lots of different types of cargo in here, and that wasn't too problematic as a whole. But what did become problematic was allowing them to load whatever they wanted to. So we, when we are setting up lines, we want to make sure those lines do very specific things, and I think that was not properly planned in this instance. So certainly that caused us a lot of grief. We never had any issues with regards to money. Money was always, from the very start, we made a fair bit of money. So money never really took its toll on us that much. So we were able to do whatever we wanted to do. Splitting lines to potentially have different speeds became really important. So adding capacity in and out of stations. Obviously, this is a terminus station. That's probably okay. So that's okay. But splitting lines so we can have multiple lines of capacity, especially if some of your trains are running different speeds, that was definitely something that I will look into the future with a lot more attention. What else? I think the line maths, we needed to do line maths earlier on so that we didn't overuse or oversupply capacity on our trains. I think that was a big issue for us as well. So something like that, I definitely want to sort out in the next one. And then just making sure that we are dedicating lines to the demands is probably, we're losing machines completely on this one. Anyway, just making sure we're dedicating lines to meet certain demands was more important, I think. And some of these fairly, some of these fairly circuitous, I don't know what the word is, but some of these very big lines, I'm not sure whether they're actually serving a decent purpose. The one-way system didn't really work for us in any kind of way, shape, or form. And then the other piece that I want to talk about is the use of this thing. What is this called? I didn't want to... The auto selection of terminals. I think I overused it completely. I'm sure it has its place. It caused me a lot of trouble as I started to link lines together. So then we started having trains running around the entire map because they routed to a different terminal or platform, and that certainly was a lot of problems. So we'll definitely use that way more sparingly into the future. In terms of our towns, I think our distribution within our towns wasn't too bad. We certainly learned a few lessons around coverage and making sure that all of the demands are covered. So that's definitely something that we'll keep having a look at, making sure that looks pretty good. I think these towns grew really well, but we never really got into the sprawl. And I think the towns that you do see with that is probably all modded towns and things like that. I don't think you can sprawl things too substantially beyond this point. Well, maybe a little bit, but not so much. So, but yeah, those are some of the key lessons I think we've learned. And when I play this again, not if I play this again, of course I'll play this again. But when I play this again, we'll definitely start looking at some of those things and with a little bit more urgency. Some of the things that I did enjoy tremendously from this playthrough is some of the awesome infrastructure builds that we did. Some of these things. Well, this is a new one, but some of these awesome infrastructure builds, the bypass, the different levels. Some of this one, even this thing here. Some of these intricacies, the threading of the needle on this side. I really enjoyed that. Over here, we had a bit of a tunnel arrangement directly out of here. This multi-level. I mean, look at all of these levels. We've got tunnels underneath. We've got the at-grade level. We've got roads over the top. That was really quite an interesting one. So I really did enjoy some of these intricate infrastructure builds, and that's something that I'll definitely come back with in the future. There's been a bit of discussion on the comments that something like a crossover like this doesn't actually feature in real life, and that's probably really unrealistic. Now, I don't know. I'm not a railway engineer. It seems like the game allows it, so I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I can imagine that it's a pretty slow crossing in reality, so maybe that is not something that you would see in reality all that much. And of course, we didn't use any ships, so potentially bringing back ships in the next series that we play is something that I'm be quite interested in. So guys, that's gonna do it for this series. I did enjoy it. We didn't really achieve. We did see a little glimpse of 6 good demand at Worcester over here. The idea was that it should be at New Haven, so we did have a lot of failures in terms of what we were trying to achieve and managed to achieve. But I think overall we have been quite successful in terms of the money. Our final company score was 69 to 70. That's not bad. It popped into 71 for a second there, but we didn't ever get to the massive skyscraper that I know you can kind of get. So guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and I will see you in whatever is next. Bye-bye.